Final thoughts. These players are most likely either going to be on the Lakers or they're not going to be on the Lakers because one of them's going to want to leave or one of them's going to be forced out. D'Angelo Russell and Nick Young, with the whole drama of D'Angelo Russell recording Nick Young when Nick Young is admitting to an infidelity against his fiancée, Iggy Azalea. We are now more focusing on not the TMZ part, but more of how is this going to affect D'Angelo Russell? Is it going to really hurt his progression? Because our team's going to want him. Our players going to be able to get along with him. I mean, obviously he's a fantastic player, but I mean, is he going to be able to play? Because Byron Scott is holding him on the bench because he doesn't trust.
The team doesn't want to play with him.
Yeah, the team doesn't want to play with him. He doesn't trust D'Angelo Russell because he's too immature. Do you think that this can hurt D'Angelo Russell? And do you think that Swaggy P or Nick Young will? I mean, it's Nick Young isn't really an impact player.
Let's be honest too. I mean, when you say D'Angelo Russell immature, has Swaggy P been the most immature of individuals as well?
No, we're not saying that, but at least the team is getting along. With him. That's what I'm really more saying.
It's pretty bad when last season your best player, who's now on his just retirement tour, is just shaking his head on talk shows because you guys are celebrating after losses.
Were you going to say deathbed?
No.
Kobe Bryant's deathbed?
His retirement tour.
I thought you were going to go deathbed.
It kind of seems like it's getting foreshadowed now by this towards the end of it. But to me,
Kobe even came out and spoke about it too. He said, he's like, give him a break. Look, people do stuff.
He's young, and I mean...
We've all done things like this. And coming from Kobe, who has had some interesting situations in his past at a young age, I think it means a lot to not only him, but the Lakers organization.
But that was number 8, not number 24.
Right. He's thinking about the organization as a whole and going, Swaggy P isn't exactly our future.
No.
D'Angelo Russell is. So you need to make sure that he and the rest of his team close that gap.
And to me, maybe this is a little bit of... See, when I first heard about this, I didn't exactly know. I knew which side I picked, but I didn't know exactly how I was going to feel 110% because... D'Angelo Russell recording a teammate when he's not knowing, kind of a scumbag thing to do. However, how is every other thing I've heard of, except for maybe like 2 other news sources, has harped on, D'Angelo Russell can't be trusted and players are this and that, when it's like, dude, Swaggy P just said he cheated on his wife.
It doesn't sound like it's the first time.
No, it doesn't.
See, I mean, I don't really care for who's
I think it's
right,
the breach of the locker room trust, and that's huge because, think about this in baseball culture, it's so steeped in like that mythos that like
it's always the team
rules. Yeah, it's always the team first, and like a guy who comes out and breaks that silence, that's sacrilege. In football, he would have got his ass punched out.
No, and
we've seen shit like this for less.
And there was an ESPN article that they asked like Marcellus Wiley and Jeff Saturday, and both of them said D'Angelo Russell would have got punched.
Yeah, that's absolutely correct.
But to me, more and one side of it, I sit there and my first thought was everyone in that locker room who's like, we can't trust D'Angelo Russell. Yeah, like I said, I'm going to say again. Maybe recording your teammate when they're not knowing is a scumbag thing. But this whole situation, I'm sitting there going, so Drake's song about side pieces at the ESPYs, it's true.
First off, I don't care what Drake's singing. And second of all, I don't think it's just this D'Angelo Russell thing, because Byron Scott's been saying that the reason he hasn't been playing is because he's immature. I don't think it's just this. I think this is just adding on to it. Really, it's just, I was saying that, with this high pick, and if the Lakers get this, get a top 3 pick, and it stays their pick, and they're able to draft someone like a Brandon Ingram or a Ben Simmons, that will make this team a championship contender later on, because they have Randall, they'll have Simmons or Ingram, they'll have Clarkson, they'll have Russell. That team could be completely dominant, and they could be dominating the West, where you see an aging Spurs, and then they're basically going up against the Warriors. So it's really, I was thinking that this team could really go on, but now Russell was that key piece. Russell was going to be this, the person that complemented Simmons or Ingram.
I still think he is a key piece.
But now I don't know if Russell can, obviously there's this drama about can Russell get along with these teammates. So will Russell even be on the Lakers?
It's easy to have this drama when your team sucks as bad as the Lakers.
I think it's a total concession right now that he's not playing because, look, it's the end of a shit year. And at this point, it's going to do more harm than good to force him to play with his team. Give him the offseason, spend some time with his teammates, bring that, camaraderie back. You're not going to have Byron Scott as your coach next year. You know that. The Tank Commander is not coming back. He did his job. He got them a top draft pick, hopefully. And unless it gets taken out of that top 3, then that's scary. But no, he did his job. Swaggy P can play. The Lakers can roll out their last couple games of the season with limited minutes from Russell. And yeah, it's going to suck for him, but he's got to suck it up and know, I crossed the line. I shouldn't have done that. And I broke their trust. Give him the offseason, like I said. He'll come back. They'll be fine. And this team, you're right. They can do some serious damage in the next 4 years.
And part of me, the way I see it a little bit is at this point, Kobe is like that. The way maybe it's because of every like situation I have. He's like that teacher that's like, oh, I'm retiring at the end of the year. Where usually in the past, maybe Kobe'd be like slapping these guys upside the head and be like, dude, get in line. Whereas now Kobe's like, fuck it, whatever. I'm done. I don't care.
No, I think it's the opposite. I don't think Kobe doesn't care. I think he's trying to show a more mature side of himself because previous Kobe, you're right. He would have been like, seriously, what the fuck are you doing? We're trying to win basketball games here. It's about the team, not you. And in this case, he's trying to be, okay, look, we've all made mistakes. We can all grow from them. What we need to do right now is focus on this organization as a whole.
I just don't think Laker fans should push the panic button, the trade D'Angelo Russell panic button.
Oh my God, no! Yeah,
I think it's more
ridiculous.
of a different role for Kobe. I think he's not the leader on the court anymore. He's more of the locker room leader. He's that veteran leader that you want.
He's an assistant coach,
basically, because it's always been like Derek Fisher was the oldest guy, or even looking at the early ones, you had Gary Payton, Karl Malone for that season. It wasn't really that. Kobe Bryant was the moral...
And Lamar Odom in the meantime. Yeah,
moral leader or moral compass. So weird to say Kobe Bryant's that.
Moral compass.
But he's become that.
Yeah.
Weirdly enough, he's become that. And I think that's what it's more. I don't think he really... I agree with Dave where I don't think he really doesn't care about the Lakers. He does care about the Lakers and he does care about this team. But he's just got to be more relaxed. He's got to be more mature about it. It disheartens me seeing that D'Angelo Russell might be in trouble.
His growth is stinted by this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't get over that hump, then maybe you do have to push the panic button and trade him, because if he can't get along with his teammates, that doesn't mean success is going to happen. I mean, look at Cleveland. We've been talking about, can this team get along together? And they haven't.
Yeah.
And it's been 2 years. And that's just because, they're all different players. This is a legitimate beef between these players that they can't trust this player.
Now,
Swaggy P may not return to the Lakers next season.
And that's just because of his talent. Swaggy P isn't good. I mean, not because he's cheating on his wife.
Swaggy P over D'Angelo Russell? No one in their mind
I would.
So.
And I was just gonna say,
whether they hate him or not.
Yeah,
I would get rid of, or even if it was who would you trade, Russell or Swaggy P? I'd pick Swaggy P.
That's not a discussion. Yeah, no, I think everyone agrees with you. Besides
Russell,
Swaggy P,
because it's one of those things where it's like he is the guy you can build that franchise around. The question is, and we talked about it in the mock draft. Then it becomes, if they get the one or the two, do you give them the guy who went to the same high school as him and Ben Simmons, or do you go with the Brandon Ingram? Either or, it's going to help the Lakers.
Yeah, I think if you get the one, you go Simmons, just because maybe he'll have a friend.
The Monteverde Academy connection.
There you go.
Yeah. Anyways, final thoughts on D'Angelo Russell and Swaggy P. I think D'Angelo Russell could be hurt, but it's more next season to tell where that's going. But
he's 19. He's got a lot of room to grow, in both on the court and off the court.
Lakers,
but will he get that time to grow?
I hope
on
so.
the court, at least.
Yeah,
I think honestly off the court.
Like Dave said, Byron Scott's not going to be there next year. So, of course, D'Angelo Russell is going to have that kind of time to grow. The last thing I would say is, Laker fans, don't hit the fucking panic button. Just chill. Be cool.
Your season's already been over.
Yeah, be cool.
Why are you getting so frustrated now?
Let the Clippers have the limelight. Be cool. Be cool, man.
Not like they're going to win a championship.
Yeah, I know, right?
No way. That's going to wrap it up today for the Fast Break Podcast. Thank you, everyone, for listening today. If you're listening on SoundCloud, hit that red little like button and repost this to all your friends. We love the support that you guys give us. Also, if you're listening on YouTube, hit that like button and subscribe. We are getting closer and closer to 1,000 subscribers. Thank you so much for helping us getting close to that milestone, but we're not at it yet. So all your support is much needed. Follow us on Twitter at MostValuablePod. Follow me at Twitter at Schwarble. Follow Ricky at Twitter at Ricky Widmer. And follow Dave at Dave_don't_tweet, because Dave don't tweet. And also like us on Facebook and share this video if you get the chance. We really love the support, and we really love where this is grown. And we've seen our SoundCloud numbers jump up. Even our WNBA video got like 75 listens at the time of recording
63 on YouTube.
63 on YouTube. So it's great seeing this these numbers go up, even though we we did one thing up at the NBA, and even though it was fun to do. So thank you everyone for the support. We love it here at the Fast Break Podcast, and that just makes us want to bring you. That keeps Dave around. Basically, is what I'm trying to say.
Thank you for listening to this MVP podcast. Follow us on Twitter at Most Valuable Pod for more great podcasts.